Welcome to another edition of Bayonne Tonight. Tonight we have a special edition for all our viewers joining us tonight. We have the cast of the musical Legally Blonde on opening night tonight. Could you please introduce yourselves and the characters you play?
Well, I'm Doris Gonzalez, and I play Elwoods.
I'm Paris Torres, and I play Serena.
I'm Naylee Martinez, and I play Kate.
I'm Jada Rubet, and I'm a Delta Nu.
Well, welcome to the show. I'd like to thank you for your time. I just want to start off by asking, what inspired you to audition for Legally Blonde?
Well, we actually didn't know what the musical was, so the audition process was that we just went in with whatever song, like contemporary, and we found out when the cast came out, so yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, well, there's a one-time thing, let's do this.
Can you give some insight about how you physically prepare and mentally prepare for a night like tonight?
Well,
There's just no way to prepare. You
Right,
just gotta
be ready.
make sure that
Yeah, you
you're
can
positive
on
about
point.
it.
Can any of you give a quick summary about what Legally Blonde is about?
Legally Blonde is about this girl named Elwoods, and she originally gets broken up with and goes to Harvard to get back her guy, but then realizes that, you know what, she's not just there because she wants the guy back. She wants to prove to everybody that, you know what, she belongs there, and she doesn't need a guy. You know?
Yeah,
Yup.
that's pretty good.
How long have you been rehearsing for Legally Blonde, and how was your experience with rehearsing?
I think we
rehearsed for,
rehearsed
like, 2 months.
for 2 months, like since beginning of January? What was the other part of the question?
How's your experience like rehearsing every day and all that?
Tiring, but you build bonds with people on here. Like,
It's so fun.
I never imagined myself building new bonds with people, but the people in the cast are amazing. They're amazing singers. You know, it's just an amazing experience, even if it's tiring. I promise you, you get home tired, you be wanting to just go to sleep, nothing knowing. But it's worth it at the end.
I want to follow that up by you talking about creating bonds with people. How has working with your fellow cast members influenced your performance?
I think it, like, on stage, it just gives us, like, the motivation, like, the energy to just kind of put your all into it, and, like, the confidence.
We're all like a family, so
Yeah.
you've got to work together to make the scenes happen, to make everything look like if you love each other. So, yeah.
What's the atmosphere like backstage?
Hectic.
It can get hectic, yeah.
Very chaotic, but it's not bad.
It's
Promise.
not bad.
It's not.
It's not.
it's
It's
just-
all, like, positive, everybody trying to get
Everybody
things
trying to help
done.
everybody put on their clothes. They're like, I need to put on mine.
Have you faced any challenges during the process of this production? What are they, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I think just like discovering who your character is, because this show isn't just
Yeah.
like playing a part. There's so many layers to each character that you have to figure out and build upon and make it your own while still trying to carry the story of that character. So I think it's just about studying and, you know, just doing the work as an actor to make sure that you portray the story right.
How do you balance schoolwork and rehearsals during the production process?
Oh, I don't. I don't.
Yeah, it can be, like, really overwhelming when you have, especially tech week, when you get home at 11 o'clock and you're just like, I can't.
A lot of forgiveness from the teachers.
A lot of
What's the most rewarding part about being part of this production?
Everybody in the cast, just like the family bond that we build, and then hearing everybody's like, "Oh my God, you did so great!"
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
And it's just also, like, the experience.
the
like,
experience, like, it's so much fun. Like, I'm telling you, like, the people around us and just the energy we give off and the crowd gives back to us, it's just everything. Like, love it.
What's one thing you hope to remember about this experience in the years to come?
I never thought about it like that.
I hope to remember the camaraderie and
just create memories.
yeah.
I never want to forget about this.
Yes.
Ever.
Never, ever.
How has being part of this musical impacted your high school experience?
Well,
Well,
I'm a senior, so I've been acting for this show for literally years. Like, I begged for this show.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
like, I'm gonna say it now. This is like my senior show, and like being the lead, I'm like, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Miss Alexander.
Well
So
deserved too.
this is,
Yes.
but I don't know. Like I love the show, and I'm glad this is what I'm like going out with. Like I'm going out with a bang. You know? It's like
Exactly.
Are there any specific messages in the musical that you can relate to personally?
girlhood. Girlhood.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
there's
think
a lot.
a lot of people, you know, they look at girls and they don't think that they can be the smart one or they can be in Harvard and get into law school and be lawyers and this, that, and the other thing. And I think Legally Blonde just like breaks all those barriers and just shows like a girly girl just like Elle Woods wearing her pink could dominate the courtroom and can break out of all those barriers.
What's your favorite aspect performing in front of a live audience?
Don't ask me. I ain't never done this before.
It's just,
aspect?
I kind of like the adrenaline, like when you get on stage and you're just in front of an audience and get to tell like the story. It's just such a rush.
But it also has a lot to do with the audience.
Yeah.
Like if they're giving us energy, we're like feeding off of that energy, and we're just like, yeah. But if the energy's a little low, we're like, okay.
Doris, this question is just for you. You were the poster girl for this musical. What was the process of doing that? Like, was that something like the photo specifically? Like, was that something you thought about? Like, how it was like taken and all, you know?
It was a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie, because that was like my first time getting into all of my costumes and getting into the wig, especially. So it was crazy, and we took all the pictures in the library, and I had my dog, like the dog we use in the show is my dog that I have at home. So she's a little kooky crazy, so you know it was a lot to do with her. So it was a little crazy because that was like the first time I got to see myself as like Elle Woods, because I had the whole shebang, and it was like surreal almost. So that was a little weird, but it was fun overall.
What advice would you give someone who wants to get involved with theaters and musicals?
Do it.
Oh, I was just thinking that. I was like,
Just do it, because it seems scary to everybody. It's still scary to me.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been doing this for years, and it's the scariest thing. But I promise, it's the most fun you're gonna have ever. Because I'm telling you, like the family aspect and just like all like the cast and the crew and all of the aspects mixed in together. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And I love
I
it.
could also add on to that. This is like my first musical, and I don't regret it. Like, I think this is one of the best decisions I've ever taken in my life, because you just like, you build so much. Like, yes, you get frustrated, you get upset, overwhelmed, but at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter, because the bond that you build overcomes that, and the work and effort, dedication that you put into the work is just so worth it at the end. You're never gonna regret it.
Do you do any pre-show rituals?
Affirmations.
Yes, we get in a
We
circle.
do affirmations.
And we just kind of like anybody who wants to volunteer to go in the middle and just hype each other up, you know. Yeah.
If you could sum up this musical in 3 words, what would it be?
Positive. Yes.
What was? Oh, that's 3 words, so never mind.
Positive.
Energetic.
Energetic.
Chaotic.
Period.
What has been the biggest lesson you learned while being in this production?
I don't know how to put that into words, but to understand everybody, if that makes any sense.
Have
like
patience.
have
Yeah.
patience, because everybody works at their own speeds, and again, not a lot of people have done this before. We have a lot of new people that's never done a musical and never done any performance. So I think it's just about being patient and just knowing there's different sides to the learning process. So I think it's just to take everything slow.
Being that this is a musical, a lot of singing goes into it. How do you do vocal warm-ups, and how do you prepare your voice for a night like tonight?
Well, we kind of went over music for like what, 4 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was really all we did for 4 weeks, and then we just kind of went into the acting and blocking.
That is,
So-
we really did. Like,
It was like
there was a point in time I'm
we
like,
jumped
okay, when are we
straight
gonna
into
do
music.
it? When are we gonna start? But yeah.
How do you improvise when you or a fellow cast member forgets a line on stage?
You gotta
Keep
figure it out
going.
in the moment. You
Yeah.
just gotta keep going. No matter what, you gotta roll with the punches.
How do you want the audience to feel or react during the musical?
positive. Please.
Yeah, I want them to like just like feel like the
The
adrenaline
vibe.
we feel and like the energy and just
It's a very big and
yeah.
chaotic and energetic
Yeah,
show.
that's
So
all the musical is about. Like,
We want them to have fun.
yeah.
Have you discovered any new talents or skills while being in this production?
I can belt for 8 bars straight. Woo!
That I can actually belt. Yeah.
How do you unwind after a long scene or music performance?
Ooh.
See, that's hard because you're still like hyped up from the performance. So you're like, you gotta like get into your state of mind. And be like, okay, we're off the stage. Relax, drink some water.
Yeah. I was
down.
chugging like 4 bottles of water yesterday.
It's crazy.
If you could change or add something about the musical, what would you change or add?
For me, nothing.
I wouldn't change anything.
I think this is just too much. That is just a perfect too much.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, it's just.
Can all of you share any insight of how you get into character?
Me personally, so we all get character sheets, and they have all these different questions on it. Who's your character? What's their job? What's this, that, and the other thing? So we all do that character sheet, and then you just have to go home and do the work. You have to figure out your character, figure out who are they, what do they do, like what's their state of mind, how do they walk, how do they talk, how do they present themselves as a person, what's their posture, like literally everything you have to figure out to a T so that you're able to figure out that character. There's a lot of layers to my character, especially Elle, so I had to do a lot of work. I've watched so many videos, read that script like 15,000 times, like it's embedded, so it's just figuring all the different layers for me.
What tactics or strategies do you use to make sure you don't make any mistakes while on stage?
Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah. Basically.
Not even on stage, like practice at home as well. Like, it's not only what you do on stage, it's what you do out off of stage, at your house. Mm-hmm. It's really all about your strategy of how you do it.
What's the dynamic like between cast members off stage?
It's great.
The same on stage, same connection, same bonds. You know,
Because you have to get along to be able to do a show.
Yeah.
If we didn't get along, the show would not be the way it looks right now.
it would not look
So,
so happy.
Like
positive.
especially that all of our characters are kind of like tied in.
Right. So
In a certain way.
you have to build a bond, and you know
Yeah.
what? I'm not mad I build those bonds because I love everybody in the cast.
Aw.
I just want to wrap it up by asking, can each one of you share your insight within the world of theater about, oh wait, my bad. Can each one of you share your insight within the world of theater and what you plan to do after Legally Blonde?
Well, I plan to graduate,
Right.
and then I'm pursuing a career in musical theater. So I'm still hearing back from colleges. Don't have my college yet, but yeah, that's what I'll do.
I don't know. I feel like since I still have another year left, I'm gonna keep trying to better myself in this career that I plan to pursue. And yeah, I still have another year left, so.
Yeah, okay. I'm definitely gonna join theater again. I'm definitely gonna do it. And yeah, like, love it. I just have to.
Me, I really like the experience, so it's definitely something I'll do again. I just do regret I didn't join earlier,
Yeah,
but
me
since I
too.
have another chance, I'm definitely gonna do it. It's just such an amazing experience. So if you're planning on doing it, do it.
This question is directed to the three of you. Since you all are juniors, what musicals or plays do you want to do in the future?
West Side Story. That's like the thing that I've been telling Paris. Like, if we don't do West Side Story, I think I'm just gonna deteriorate. But if it's not that, most
Definitely,
likely Mean
like-
Girls.
Yeah, Mean Girls.
Mean
or
Girls.
Clueless or something.
So if you're a guy, please just
Just
audition.
join it.
You're not gonna regret that. I know a lot of boys have voices they're just scared to.
Yeah.
Throughout your theater career, what has been your favorite play or musical?
Well, for me, it was Rent because she was just such an exotic character to play, and it was fun. It was like a challenge. So.
Well, I'm gonna say this one because this is the first role that I've got to be on stage for the whole show. Every character that I've had in the past, I've only come in for Act 2 or like the end of Act 1. So I'm excited to be on stage a lot more because then I get a lot more experience of being on stage, so that when I go off into this as a career, I'm already prepared.
Who do you do theater for, yourself or other people?
Myself.
Myself.
Yeah,
Myself.
definitely.
If I didn't do musical theater, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be who I am. So
I will say though, people did encourage me to before, but I mostly did it for myself. Yeah.
Do you have a goal set for yourself for tonight?
Just
leave it on the stage.
Yeah, leave it on the stage.
Leave it all out on
Be
that
positive. Don't think negative. Even if you mess up a little bit, just be like, just keep doing what you're
Just
doing.
stay confident.
I want to wrap it up by asking, what legacy do you hope to leave behind when your high school theater career is over?
That's a hard one.
What legacy do you hope to leave behind when your high school theater career is over?
Ooh.
Legacy, like.
I just hope everybody remembers me as like a hard worker, and that's it. Just remember me as a hard worker and talented, hopefully. But, yeah.
Definitely.
Paris.
Basically the same thing. Yeah.
Naomi?
Honestly, this is my first musical. I don't know. Just like more opportunities to open.
Yes.
It was never in my plans to try and major, but if it happens, it happens, and I wouldn't be mad at it.
Well, I'd like to thank you so much for coming on to the show. Good luck tonight. And that's all for this edition of Bayonne Tonight. Keep in touch with us throughout all our social medias. And until then, as always, go Bees.